My name is Ambhika, and I have been an alumnus in the same institute that you're part of. So I joined Sri Chaitanya IAS Academy in 2012, right after my 10th standard, and I did my intermediate and degree in the same institution. In the group History, Economics, Geography in the intermediate, and in BA I did History, Public Administration, and Geography. So there are few old teachers who have taught me when I was a student here. So firstly, Mohan Rao sir was the CEO when I joined here. And so as I could see how happy you all were, the way you were cheering up when he came on the stage. I know I can very much relate to you people, because we used to call him as crisis manager when he was our CEO, because he would never let problems come to the students, because we don't even know that the problem existed, and he would solve it. So he was always there to rescue. I still have an example in my mind. So as I said, I was a public administration student. So our teacher had to leave in between, and we didn't have a public administration teacher. So he has a biology background, if I'm right, but still he came and taught us public administration in the first year. So he said, my students don't have a teacher, so I will study. So he was doing his master's probably in Usmania, right? So he came and taught us public administration back then. And then I can see Veerabhadra Rao sir, Srinivas sir. So Srinivas sir was the history teacher. And the way he teaches history is very interesting. So you can imagine that you're actually in that place, the way he describes. So he has taken us to Alampur as a trip, and then we went to Warangal also, Kakatiya architecture. So I think I remember it so vividly. So when the question comes on Nagara temple architecture or some temple architecture, I would certainly remember him, because he has made history so interesting, because a lot of people strike history as a subject which is boring, which is for someone who is bad at academically. Arts has always been seen as a subject which is not. It's seen as a last option for everybody. So instead, I have taken arts, I've taken humanities as my first choice. And I'm thankful that you have made history so interesting, sir. Thank you so much. And Veerabhadra Rao, sir, he has taught us Indian polity. I think he's one of the most disciplined teachers. I think he was very particular that we make a proper notes in the class. We pay attention to the class. I think he has been an amazing teacher. And we also have Telugu ma'am there. And here I have on the stage Anant Rao sir. Anant Rao sir's, I think my first contact with him was in 2012 at Vivint Towers, when he had come to take the summer classes. The first term that I learned from that this is called as lectern. It is not podium. People always call it as podium. So he clarified that this is called as lectern. It's not about the word that he has taught, but his curiosity, his interest in every detail. So he has a very nuanced approach. When you're reading something, you just don't read on the face of it. You just don't skim through it. You have a nuanced approach. So I think he focused on every detail, and this is very important when you are reading for this exam. So you focus on every detail, and you don't miss out the essence of it. So everybody just might call this as a podium, but from then I have started calling this as a lectern. This is just one encounter of him. After our 2 years in bachelor's, we had gone to RTC Crossroads, and it was under him, and he has managed everything so well there. We had a lot of problems then. So back then he was our CEO. So he kind of has taken care of every problem there, he has taught me my optional subject there. So I think it has helped me in my optional preparation. I have his notes still now. I still preserve it. I refer to it when I read. Along with it, he has also taught us ethics. And his notes have been very helpful. So Anant Rao sir, thank you. And these are few memories. And this is the same ground I used to roam in the evening. And same mess, same classrooms. Everything was same. The reason I'm saying this is because I was one of you. I'm not very different person, neither am I prodigy. I'm a very common, very simple student like every one of you, wearing the same blazer, same uniforms, and interacting with the same teachers. So I'm trying to say that if I can do, everybody can do. So I want you all to believe that you can do this. You can do this exam, because until unless you don't believe yourself, until unless you have faith in yourself, no one will believe in you. So keep in this mind that for anything to be done, anything, not just UPSC Civil Services exam, but any step, any project that you're undertaking, having faith in yourself is very, very important. So your faith, your self-esteem will take you to greater heights. No, if you don't believe in yourself, no matter how many people believe in you, that will never be very helpful actually. So along with it, I'm grateful that my father is here on the stage and he has been very supportive. So a while ago, as BS Rao sir was rightly pointing out, that parents' support is very essential in the entire preparation. Because a lot of parents might not believe in their children, but my father and my mother, my entire family, my brother, everybody believed in me. And as you all know, taking an art subject is a risk. Especially at an intermediate stage, especially in the southern states where you see engineering or becoming doctor is a common trend. In such a scenario, taking an intermediate subject, even after in humanities, even after topping your school, is a risk that you're taking. In such a step, having your family support is very, very important. I think I'm grateful that they have believed in me. They believe that I can do this, and they have supported me. So thank you so much once again. I'm taking this opportunity to thank them. So right now, someone has asked me when I was coming here. I had asked my friend, what should I say? What am I going to say to the people? So she had asked me, ki, you just motivate them. Honestly speaking, motivation which comes from outside is very ephemeral. So it's very temporary. It would not last. So, ఈరోజు నేను చెప్పాను 10 hours చదవండి 15 hours చదవండి ఇది చదవండి అది చదవండి సో అది ఒక 1 week చేస్తారు దాని తర్వాత వదిలేస్తారు ఎందుకంటే లోపల నుంచి వచ్చే మోటివేషన్ దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ డ్రైవ్స్ యూ ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద ఫైర్ దట్ డ్రైవ్స్ యూ ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్సైడ్ ఇస్ వాట్ విల్ కీప్ యూ మోటివేటెడ్ through the entire process. Because believe me or not, UPSC is not just a test of your knowledge, it's a test of your temperaments. It's a test of your patience, how patient, how perseverant, how consistent you are. So it's a holistic test. So in this entire preparation, you should have the fire inside you. But however, if I have to say something that might motivate you, is that, there's no substitute for hard work. Today I am standing here is because I did the effort that exam takes. I have put everything that exam might have demanded in me. Maybe there's a little lacuna, so my rank has not come to that stage. So I'm trying again so that I can get a better rank. Because hard work is a key to the success. So if you think you're talented enough and you can clear the UPSC, it's not the case. So this is not about talent. So talent might be a cherry on the cake, but the real game changer is your hard work and consistency. So if you are working for one day, so one day పొద్దున్న 4 o'clockకి లేసి మొత్తం రోజు చదివి రాత్రి పడుకోవడానికి వెళ్ళారు నెక్స్ట్ డే 10 o'clockకి లేస్తే దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ యూస్ఫుల్ సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు బీ వెరీ కన్సిస్టెంట్ ఇన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూర్ డూయింగ్ సో యువర్ హార్డ్ వర్క్ హ్యాస్ టు బీ కపుల్డ్ విత్ యువర్ కన్సిస్టెన్సీ సో మీరు ప్రతిరోజు దాన్ని చేస్తూ ఆ కంటిన్యూటీ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తే ఫర్ షూర్ యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ ద సక్సెస్ ఇట్ మైట్ టేక్ టైమ్ సో ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టేకెన్ టైమ్ ఫర్ మీ ఆల్సో బట్ ఇట్ విల్ ఫర్ షూర్ బ్రింగ్ ద రిజల్ట్ బికాస్ ఐ am standing here because this has worked for me so this might work for you also so hard work consistency and along with it there has to be a direction in what you're doing so it's not like if I ask you to run and ask you to go reach Delhi. So you can't reach Delhi without a direction, right? So you need to have a direction, a map. So you should have planning. You should be very clear about what you're reading and why you're reading and how you're reading. So there has to be a clear strategy in your preparation. So what is a good strategy is something that you have to ponder upon. A good strategy is not that you're writing fancy timetable where you're taking out so much time, 18 hours పెట్టేస్తున్న ప్లాన్లో కానీ దాన్ని చేయకపోతే ఆ ప్లాన్ ఎనీ గుడ్ ప్లాన్ ఆన్ పేపర్ ఇఫ్ నాట్ ఇంప్లిమెంటెడ్ would be a worst plan. So a good plan is only when you are able to implement it. So make sure that you're implementing the plan. So for example, during my preparation, I would plan every day. So I would plan my entire year. I will plan entire month. I would plan entire day. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read what. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read what. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am I going to read tomorrow. So I was clear about the fact that what am అంటే ఇప్పుడు న్యూస్ పేపర్ ఈ టైంలో చదవాలి అని ఫిక్స్ చేసుకుంటే ఆ టైంలో చదివేదాన్ని. సో వెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ అ క్లారిటీ, వెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ అ ప్లాన్, యూ వుడ్ బి మోర్ అకౌంటబుల్. So if there is a lacuna, you would know that where exactly you are going wrong. So you would know the leakages in the plan. So have a proper planning. And I'm telling you, you would not be a great planner on the first day itself. So it will take time. You will make mistakes, but try to make sure that you learn from your mistakes. The whole process of planning and the whole process of analyzing is that you learn from your mistakes. So I probably, I'm guessing you are from intermediate and degree, right? Right now. So I was talking to a few of my classmates. A lot of them tried, but they couldn't clear. And we discussed that what might have been missing in the entire process. I'm telling you that you people actually are lucky that you have a time with you. You have time with you. You have about 4 or 5 years with you right now. And this is a boon at the same time bane, provided how you use it. It would be a boon if you properly utilize it, and it would be bane if you don't use it. Because lot of times when we used to have tea here, or we would discuss that, అరే ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు చదవాలి, ఇంకా 5 years ఉంది కదా, ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు చదవాలి, ఇంకా 3 years ఉంది కదా, and you will not realize that time gets over and you're still the same point where you started. So I want you all to learn from our mistakes. That once you get out of this process, I want you all to clear in your first or second attempts. I don't want you to overstretch, because that only backfires. So I want you all to make the best use of this entire 5-year duration that you are spending here, because as sir has rightly said, it's your parents' hard work, it's their money that you're invested in the entire process. So if you have to make best use of it. So if I can tell you in the 5 years what can you do, or the time that you have right now, what can you do, and what probably we might have failed in doing, is that you should align yourself to the process. So how would you align to the process? So from here on, every step you take should direct you towards the exam. So from every step of your preparation should help you to clear this exam. So what you can do at your level is get strong with your basics. Be it the NCRTs, finish all your NCRTs. I'm being specific about the preparation right now, because this might help you when you finish your graduation. So you will finish your graduation at the same time. You will not feel burdened once you come out of your process, because a lot of people come out and again they go for a one year coaching. I think that is not required if you follow and make the best use of the current process. So if you get thorough with all the NCRTs, read them properly, and read all the standard books such as Lakshmikant, all the old history NCRTs, Spectrum. These are the basic books that you are aware of. Environment Shankar, and also you have your class notes that you can revise again. So because so that you get because static part in this exam is very, very important. For example, the result came on May 30th, and my prelims exam was on 5th of June. I had literally 4 days, and because a lot of people were texting, a lot of people were congratulating me, I literally had no time for preparation. Yet I could pull off an exam. I could clear the prelims, because my previous preparation, my static part, and my preparation of static part has helped me to clear this exam. So all that I'm telling you is, once you are aware of static part, you can easily and relate it with current affairs. So please read them thoroughly. Make the best use of the time right now you have. So your best luxury, your best advantage that lot of aspirants outside don't have, is that you have a dedicated space, you have a dedicated time for it, where you can easily read. Imagine you being an aspirant outside and have only 10 months or 11 months, and you have to read everything from the scratch. That would be a hard situation. Instead, you have time here. So please try to make the use of it. So don't waste the time. Don't be complacent about having so much of time, because time is the most precious thing. You will only realize its value when it's gone. So don't make that mistake that we had made, or a lot of people previously had made. So make the best use of the resources, best use of the time. After that, you can also start the habit of reading newspaper. I personally believe that reading newspaper is an important element of every individual's life, not just UPSC. I think newspaper is important for every person. That's my opinion. And my father has been a regular reader, so I think I've inherited from him. I had a habit of reading newspaper since my childhood, and I believe this preparation without newspaper is incomplete. There are people who would disagree with me, but this is my belief. So if you are you are completely new to this and you are starting now, better late than never, right? So please start reading newspaper, either Hindu or Indian Express, whichever you are comfortable and have access to. Read newspaper, try to make notes out of it. Understand how the newspaper might help you. So here comes the syllabus. I think every aspirant, when he or she starts the preparation, syllabus is your guide. First, I want you all to go through the syllabus, prelims, mains, and interview, though you don't have any syllabus. So as B.S. Rao sir had rightly pointed out, anything can be asked. But for mains, syllabus is your guide. Everything that is being asked is from the syllabus. Nothing comes out of the syllabus. It depends on how narrowly you interpret syllabus, because there are topics given, there are subtopics given. There's a pattern in the way which questions are asked. So go through the syllabus and understand which topic comes under what. For example, you might be following the Maharashtra case right now. You are following anti-defection. Anti-defection has been in the news right now. So you will understand that that comes under GS2 in the mains. How will you get to know is when you are thorough with the syllabus, you will realize that this comes under GS2. So I want you all to see the syllabus, and whenever you're reading newspaper, try to see which topic comes under which part of the paper. When you have this, when you can segregate, when you can identify and segregate such news articles, you would be. It becomes very handy to prepare notes. So make sure you go through the syllabus and see which paper demands what. And if you try to make notes out of it, if you try to have notes under each paper, that becomes easier when you are giving exam. So your own notes is what you're comfortable with, right? So make sure that you have your own notes. You can extract the material that has been given, the material that has been taught in the class. That will add on value, and you can also connect with the current events that are going on. I just gave you an example of the current Maharashtra issue. So this is one example. And ethics, I'm sure they're going to take the classes. So be thorough with it. And as Sir had said, observation is an important element of this preparation. So I had written this on my Twitter handle also, that when you're writing prelims, don't think it's just a test of what you've read in this past 1 year or 5 years. It's a test of everything that you're learning from the day one as a child, or whatever you're observing around. For example, there was a question that was asked on triclosan. So triclosan is used in your toothpaste. So the question is about when you're seeing ingredients on something. That might also help you. If you're using a coil or a odomus, so there's lemongrass in it. So the question was asked whether what is used as a mosquito repellent. Lemongrass is used as. So I'm just saying that be open to ideas. Don't narrow yourself to one particular thing, that this is what is coming. So only things from your books will come. So anything can be asked. So be open when you're approaching the paper. So this is one tip that I'm giving when you're going to write the exam. But for now, I want you to strengthen your basics. So, and also whenever you have tests here, prelims and mains, make sure you attempt them. So don't boycott exams. I think I have seen this many times during my preparation, and so a lot of people come and say that today let's boycott the exam. I would always oppose it, and I have become a villain for it also in my class. But I think that is what helped me today to stand here, because running away from a problem is not a solution, especially when you're aiming to become a problem solver. Because as a problem solver, you don't create a problem. Instead, you should be the problem solver, right? And the solution to your issue is writing tests, giving your tests regularly, following a schedule that has been prepared. Make sure that any schedule that is prepared is in your betterment. So your teachers are not your enemies. So have this in your mind. So any test that might come, even if you're not prepared, I think a test will be an indicator of how well you're prepared. So if you're underprepared, probably your test will tell you which are the areas that you have to work on. So for example, if you are reading Lakshmikant, are you reading Veerabhadra Rao sir's notes? I was talking to CEO sir, and he was saying that our new material is ready. We have made a new schedule. So I think institution is making its own, it's doing its own share. I think it's your time now to put in your own effort, make sure you don't fail in it. And I think I've said so much now, so all the best once again. I hope that lot of people from there would come here. And because right now what I'm going through it cannot be expressed in words. The feeling of being a student to be coming as a guest in your own institution is something that's very wonderful, and this feeling can only be felt, it cannot be expressed. And I'm sure you all want to have the same feeling, so please do whatever is required for it. And also, for last one important thing that I forgot to mention is, please enjoy the process. Because the moment you will not feel burdened the moment you enjoy the process. Because if I ask a cricketer, suppose I ask Virat Kohli to play cricket, he will not feel burdened of doing this job because he likes doing the job. So I never felt my preparation as a burden because I enjoyed what I was doing. So I want you all to enjoy the process and make sure you don't burn out. I think this is something that I want to emphasize on. Please enjoy the process and make sure you have your own me time. During my preparation, after post graduation, I started my preparation again because I was little into academics and then I came out. So I made sure that I balanced my own personal life, and at the same time I also balanced my preparation. So I had my own me time where I would dedicate my time for myself. So make sure you also have that. Don't get stressed because we can see that stress just has become a very big blocker in our success. So make sure you enjoy the process. And believe or not, UPSC is a fun process. It's not burdensome. It's not at all burdensome. And especially, irrespective of the success that you achieve in it, this process will make you a better person. You will learn so many things at the end of the process. You will also see after 5 years you have joined here, after 5 years you will see you know so many things about so many subjects. Though you are a humanities student, you still have a better knowledge about science and technology, you have a better knowledge about the current events. So this can happen if you enjoy the process and also make the best use of it. Because this exam is not, it's very transformative, and how transformative it can be, it depends on your effort. So all the best once again. Thanks for inviting me here. Thank you.